95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin on this Tuesday morning.
Good
Did
morning.
you hear the rain last night?
Yeah.
Or last evening?
Yeah, I did.
We had some hail, heavy wind.
Did you? Yeah. Okay.
A lot of rain, yeah.
I didn't get hail, but Corbin, he called me when he was out,
Your son,
and I could
yeah.
hear it hitting his car. I'm like, you might want to check on that.
My sister was driving and was nearby because she'd
Yeah.
been at Grand Park for a baseball game and she had hail. And
Yeah.
she called. She's like, "Can I come over? I don't even want to drive in this. I can barely see." And I'm like, "You don't have to ask."
Yeah.
Bad stuff.
Yeah,
Bad
so-
stuff. And then Kevin, a little earlier, Corbin got home, my son, and the door to his apartment on the outside was open.
Why?
I guess the wind, maybe they had shut it completely, but then the wind blew it open, and
Oh, no.
all this rain blew in on things like his TV.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
His dog didn't get out, did he?
No, well, the crate, when
Okay,
they're
good.
gone.
That's good.
So, but not good there. And also, it should be a little better today, too.
Yeah.
Not bad right now. It's kind of humid out, sticky, but 64
It's not
degrees.
good for Jim's hair.
No, look, it's all fuzzy. 95.5 WFMS. Good morning, 610 at 95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Have a little good news.
Love to start the day off with some good news. A woman in Missouri recently got scared when two bolts of lightning hit right next to her car.
Oh gosh.
She was pretty shook up, so she decided to pull into a gas station and just kind of catch her breath,
it
get
out,
a cup
yeah.
of coffee, and buy a lottery ticket.
No, don't tell me that.
And she hit for $50,000.
Wow.
What? Because of the lightning bolt.
So now she's not so scared of lightning bolts.
She loves stores.
That's a
And
sign.
I don't know if they have a Father of the Year voting, but I would vote for this guy. A family in New Jersey almost had their big trip to Disney World ruined when their flight got canceled at the very last minute. They were going to have to wait 2 full days for another flight. But the dad, who was not going on this trip because he couldn't get time off work, showed up at the airport, picked them back up, and announced, "I'm driving you to Disney." Again, he lives in New Jersey, going to drive you to Disney. They rode in the car, 17 hours straight to get them to Orlando in time for their trip.
Right?
He took a nap in the hotel
No.
and then drove back to work, or back to New Jersey. He missed 1 day of work.
What a good
Dad of the year,
Good
right there.
man.
How about
Kid.
that?
Right.
Oh my gosh, what a wonderful dad.
Yeah,
I would have
the
just said,
kid.
"Hey, sorry about your trip.
No, you would
Let's go to
not.
YouTube and watch some videos."
No, that's not the same.
Kidding.
95.5 WFMS. Good morning. You're with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
It's hard to believe we've been talking about Corbin's wedding
Yeah.
for about a year now, and it happens in about a month.
Next month, yeah.
Yeah. The new trend is that both parties, the mother and father of the groom, or the groom's family and the bride's family, share in the expenses of a wedding.
I don't like that.
We've
trend.
established that. No, I'm sure you don't.
Yeah, you got boys.
That's right.
Right.
But the newest trend, Deb, you may like.
Okay.
And it's too late for Jim, but it's called micro weddings. And that's they think it's going to be the wave of the future. It's weddings with less than 50 guests.
Love it.
Now, why is that?
A small, intimate. They said it's. They said the article said that it's gotten in Jim. You know, it's gotten out of hand with how big things are and what is expected. And not that that's bad, but it also loses focus of, hey, we're just getting married.
Yeah.
So
But
you're worried
you
about-
eliminate some really important guests when you only invite 50 for some people.
among Google Trends, the word elopement has been highly searched.
Love it.
And now micro weddings. So people are either going to elope or they're going with smaller weddings with less than 50 guests.
I bet it doesn't. It won't last.
Really?
Yeah, people like the big celebration. They like
Well,
the party.
But see, it's one day you spend all this money.
You can have a party after it's all done. We're going to get married. We're going to go off to our honeymoon. Then you can have a party that could be less formal and less expensive.
It's expensive.
Like we're having a picnic at the park. Come join us.
Like
No.
it's a pitch-in.
Yeah, a pitch-in
Even
at
better.
the park.
Right.
I don't know. I
So
don't think
Deb's a
it'll,
hard no on the micro
I don't think
weddings.
it'll last. Well, because if you have micro weddings, you might have micro cake. You know, that's not going to work for
it
me.
didn't say that, but it would be just enough food for 50 people. Not
Yeah. See,
not
I think
I
I
that-
get, but
100.
here's what you got to cut the line off somewhere, the guest list. Off.
Right.
That's
So
true.
what if you're 51 on that list? What if you're 55?
Yeah, just send me a picture. I'll
No,
be fine with
so
that.
of course it's
Yeah.
fine with you guys because you probably don't like going to weddings, but I like weddings.
Right.
They're happy.
Right.
People are in love.
Well, it could be that instead of a guest plus one, it could be just send one person. You know,
Oh, yeah. There you
Yeah, but then you
Deb-
have to go by
Deb-
yourself.
Deb could just go and tell us how the wedding was. You know, what it
That's
was
perfect.
like.
Yeah, get a
Not
nice report.
She'll
I'm
take
not
a
reporting.
picture
Wait, can I have your cake?
Yes.
Okay, I'm good.
She's in 95.5 WFMS. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. We thank you so much for joining us. It's Tuesday morning.
I think, and I'm okay with wearing this badge. I am the least fashion-minded one of the three of us.
You think?
Every once in a while, you surprise
what do you mean?
me.
What do you mean? You think? I definitely am. So
Well, Deb's right. Every once in a while, you're
when I
just
see
like, "Ooh."
this, I think, well, wait a minute, I could pull this off, and I could be in the latest trend for men when it comes to fashion.
Let me be the judge.
The latest trend, and it's happening in New York City and in Chicago and the bigger towns. It is yet to arrive to Indiana, but it might eventually. And that is for men to wear their keychain clipped to their belt, kind of like a janitor used to do.
Oh, I love those. Remember the ones that had the string that came out?
That's a trend?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Now, not necessarily the one that has the the string.
See, I like that.
But just the keychains clipped to your belt.
No.
It's kind of a fancier version of that. It used to do the pocket watch, and you'd have the keychain.
Oh, yeah, had a little chain.
Or the wallet that was
yeah.
attached to your belt as well. The
Jason
chain.
Aldean does that.
He does. This is now to have your keychains hanging from your belt. It's supposed to be the newest trend. It's appearing in New York City.
Oh, that's
in
the first
LA
problem.
and in Chicago.
It's in New York City and L.A.
And they think that the men's fashions will pick up here in the Midwest, and we'll see that more and more. Wear a keychain. What do you mean?
No.
Deb's a no.
I have a lanyard.
How does wearing your, what I call necessary items on your waist, how is that fashion?
Well, they say that it's working. A lot of the single bars, and again, New York City, Chicago, L.A., those areas, more and more men. Jim is attaching his lanyard to
I mean,
his
if we're going to do that, might as well stick our coffee cup on the side of our hip.
Deb.
What? No.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's it.
No.
Jim has it attached to his belt.
The jingling alone would drive me nuts.
Yeah. Well, now, it wasn't that many years ago, months ago, Deb, that we did a story very similar to this and said the fanny pack was back. And you're like, no way. No way.
I'm still a no way.
They wear it across their shoulder.
They
don't wear it around their waist.
I do that.
Oh, so you have a fanny pack.
No, I don't.
You just don't call it that.
A fanny pack has to be worn near the fanny.
So what I'm saying
don't
is
have that.
That you're a hard no now, saying I don't like that. But
I'll be a hard no later.
But in 6 months, 8 months, a year from now, when one of your sons or your husband comes home and you say, I like that look. That's nice.
And you really think I would jump on board because if anything, I wouldn't have to go look for my keys all the time.
Well, it's not for you, Deb.
It's only
for
the men. Oh, okay.
Well, that's part of the problem. She's not paying attention.
I just don't.
Ladies don't. You don't have a belt. So it's
wear
men.
Belts.
Men they attach it to their
belt loops.
I like it. You know where your keys are, first of all. I like that.
That's why I would like it.
Yeah.
But Deb's point is well taken to it. We kind of jingling.
Oh, it drives me nuts. I have to take our dog's collar off just because she, when she goes to move her head around, you hear the thing jingle all the time.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Latest fashion trend for men to wear your keychain clipped to your belt. Deb is a hard no.
Well,
for that.
stuff that starts out in New York City, sometimes it doesn't trickle out over here.
Yeah.
We're like we're normal compared to
flag the tape of the show.
Yeah, but it's 6
6 months from now, when it's like all those great, Deb's going to go, hey, have you guys seen this?
No.
You saw that? Keith Urban wears this
bet,
keychain.
right.
That is so cool.
Well, that's Keith Urban. That's different.
That could be Jim Denny.
95.5 WFMS, 7:09 with Jim, Deb, and Kevin on this Tuesday morning. Got some viewing. Has a little local flavor to it that you could watch this fall on ABC.
Yeah, it was announced yesterday that The Golden Bachelor, which is the television show Bachelor, but they're taking older people, specifically a young man, 71 years old young. Jerry Turner, who lives in Hudson, Indiana, he will be the Golden Bachelor this fall on ABC.
How about that? Hudson, Indiana.
71 years old. Deb, I will speak for her, but you can verify that you said he was a good-looking man.
Very good-looking.
Okay, she said he was a very good-looking man.
I'm going to go on out and say he's a smoke show. He's 71. He looks amazing.
Yeah.
I will say he plays pickleball, obviously takes care of himself. Former restaurateur.
Yeah.
And you look at some of the comments are just a riot. One lady said he lives on a lake in Indiana and he has his own teeth. I need to look into this.
Yeah.
Steuben County, Indiana, which is the northeast corner of the state. He'd been married to like 40-some years, and his wife sadly died shortly after they retired.
She had a sudden illness about 6 years ago. He says he's been single for 6 years.
Yeah, his daughter signed him up for this, and he's now going to be the Golden Bachelor on ABC this fall from Indiana.
Yeah, and he's a smoke show.
And he's a smoke show. Another comment, Cheryl said, this guy is 71? Whoa, I know what I'm going to be watching in the fall. He lives right here in Indiana on a lake. He has 2 grown daughters and 2 grown granddaughters. Sounds like he is a catch. Go for it. All you single ladies out there, and I'm first in line. People seem very excited about this. He's very well spoken and says that his He's a widow now. Obviously, we just mentioned that,
Yeah.
and says that she would have given him his blessing. He
Right.
said they had a conversation before she passed, saying that whoever goes first, that the other one would want the surviving spouse to be happy.
Yeah.
And there's still he's very hopeful. He says it's never too late to fall in love, and I agree with that.
He lives on a lake and has his own teeth.
His own
He has
teeth.
his own teeth.
That is a big plus there, isn't it?
He's a very savvy dresser.
Well, at
Yes.
least he did for that. We
Well,
don't know what he
I-
looks like normally.
I would imagine.
Well, anyway, we know Deb will be watching.
This fall on ABC.
Deb has actually already reached out trying to get him on the show, so we'll keep
But
you
I don't
posted on
want.
that.
But I
works.
don't want him paired up with 20-year-olds. They should be.
Well, they
they'll
would.
probably-
I'm sure.
yeah.
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it'll be age appropriate.
95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Another split in Hollywood in Deb's Daily Dirt.
Couple of splits, so I don't know what's going on. Something in the water, apparently. But we'll share who it is and what couples are affected here in about 30 seconds. First, Dolly Parton says she never wants to retire and has joked that she hopes to die on stage someday.
Well, I don't want to be at that show.
I mean,
necessarily.
she's so morbid. She said, I'll just hopefully drop dead in the middle of a song, hopefully one I've written. That's so her. She's
That's
so funny.
Dolly for you.
Well, an idiot fan caused a bad accident at the Tour de France.
Did you see that?
Trying to take a selfie.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You watched the video?
I did.
What
It's
happened?
well, the person stepped
Obviously,
out,
people-
and the bicycle clipped the person's
And
arm.
it's just like a domino
and
effect.
Just like 10 bikes crashed.
Yeah.
Right
How do
there.
you fix that? How do you? Sorry,
don't.
Well, yeah.
do over. Anyway, Sofia Vergara, her husband Joe are getting divorced after 7 years of marriage. Don't they call it sometimes the 7-year itch?
Yeah,
That's what they
yeah.
say.
A source says they've been, quote, growing apart for some time now. So that's on the brink. And then Ariana Grande and her husband are now separated. In fact, she was spotted in a photo that's now gone viral sitting at Wimbledon with another guy looking kind of cozy. So it's like that one's
That's not good for your marriage.
barely done. And yeah, 7:25, that's Deb's Daily Dirt. And it's sponsored by Mark Dietl Realty.
It's time for a round of Can't Be. Deb, and our contestant on the line is Megan. Hi, Megan.
Hi,
What side of town you from?
I'm from Carmel, Indiana.
For beautiful Carmel. I spent 19 years, best 19 years of my life there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, here's how we play, Megan.
Megan, we're going to ask you 5 questions. And, of course, we asked Deb those exact same 5 questions. If you get more right than Deb, then yay, you win. But if she gets more right than you, or if she ties you, then she wins. And if you're ready, let's start with question number 1.
All right, here we go. Question 1. The Indianapolis Colts 2023 training camp gets underway next week. Now, have the Colts been a part of Baltimore or Indianapolis longer?
I'm gonna say Indianapolis.
Okay. Question 2. An 8-year-old boy wanted to ride in a big rig for his birthday. When word got out, a convoy of 64 trucks showed up to surprise him. Now, including the tractor and trailer, how many wheels does a big rig have?
18.
All right, question 3. 60% of us look forward to the small talk we have with our barber or hairstylist. Now, which one of these celebrities went to beauty school? Was it Danny DeVito, Ted Danson, or Johnny Depp?
Oh man. Oh gosh. I'm gonna go on a whim. Danny DeVito.
All right, question 4. The Indiana State Fair is next week. It's not uncommon to see a Massey Ferguson out at the fair. Now, a Massey Ferguson is a type of tractor, plow horse, or the type of chicken.
Oh gosh. Tractor.
All right, question 5. Burger King is testing a new burger that doesn't have any meat or toppings, just a bun and 20 slices of American cheese. Now, what is the name of Burger King's version of the Big Mac?
Whopper.
There's our 5 questions. Let's bring Deb back in the room and see how she does. It's back to Can't Beat Deb and say hello to our contestant. It's Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Good morning, Deb.
Oh, she sounds like she's energetic and
She's
awake.
got her game face on right
Oh,
now.
really? Well, so do
Absolutely.
I.
Yeah.
It's from all the sake bombs I took last night.
That'll do it. All right, Deb, very good. Question 1. The Indianapolis Colts 2023 training camp gets underway next week. Now, have the Colts been a part of Baltimore or Indianapolis longer?
Oh, they've been a part of Indy longer.
That's correct. And Megan knew that, too, so everybody scores. It's Deb 1, Megan 1.
She clearly Googled it.
No time for that. All right, question 2. An 8-year-old boy wanted to ride in a big rig for his birthday. Now, when the word got out, a convoy of 64 trucks showed up to surprise him. Now, including the tractor and trailer, how many wheels does a big rig have?
18.
That's correct. And Megan knew that, too, so
shoot.
everybody scores. It's Deb 2, Megan 2.
Question 3. 60% of us look forward to the small talk we have with our barber or hairstylist. Now, which one of these celebrities went to beauty school? Was it Danny DeVito, Ted Danson, or Johnny Depp?
I don't think Danny DeVito could reach the chair. Ted Danson. Ted's got good hair. I bet it was Johnny Depp. Well, crap. Who was it?
Danny DeVito.
Oh, shoot!
And Megan knew that.
No, she did
So it's
not.
Deb 2, Megan 3.
No, Megan, that's random. How would you know that?
I literally totally guessed. I swear on my life.
Total guess.
All right.
Question 4. The Indiana State Fair is next week, and it's not uncommon to see a Massey Ferguson at the fair. Now, a Massey Ferguson is a type of tractor, plow horse, or chicken.
That can't be a chicken. I mean, what kind of name is a Massey Ferguson? That sounds automobile related. Okay, what were my choices again?
Tractor, plow horse, or chicken.
Massey Ferguson? I don't know. I'm going to go with it's probably a horse. I'm going to go with the tractor. Woo!
That's correct. And Megan knew that, too, so
crying
again,
out
everybody
loud.
scores. It's Deb 3,
Okay,
Megan 4.
so this is when she screws up, right? The last question?
Well, let's find out.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Question 5. Burger King is testing a new burger that doesn't have any meat or toppings, just a bun and 20 slices of American cheese.
What?
Now, what is the name of Burger King's version of the Big Mac?
Oh, it's I know this. My son likes Burger King. It's the Whopper, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That's correct.
Woo!
And Megan
knew that, too.
Everybody
Oh, my
scores.
gosh.
It's Deb 4, Megan 5. Megan, you just beat Deb.
Oh no.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I hear
got
you
you now,
now.
yeah.
I think you were gasping for air over the shock of winning.
I was. I'm so excited.
Does she know
Darn
there's
it.
no prize?
There's no prize. there.
Right.
There's just the glory.
Bragging rights.
All right.
Just bragging rights.
All right. Well, it's time for those famous words.
I'm Megan from Carmel, Indiana, and I can beat Deb.
Yes, you did. Well, if you'd like to be a contestant, just go to the website, WFMS.com. We'll get you signed up for Can't Beat Deb.
I can't believe she knew Danny DeVito.
98.55 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Kevin's got your Nash News now. And what is Riley Green promoting here?
Well, you'll never guess. I'll tell you, though, in 30 seconds. Dolly Parton never wants to retire and joke that she hopes to die on stage someday.
Right?
Love that.
Well, that'd be horrific to go to a concert
I would
and seeing
love to
that,
see
right?
that, yeah.
She says, I hope to drop dead in the middle of a song, hopefully one that I've written. Sounds like Dolly, though, doesn't
Right.
it?
Yep.
Tracy Lawrence announced that he will be headlining the Ryman Auditorium for the very first time. He's never done that before.
Really?
The show is going to be May 4th next year, but tickets actually go on sale this week. They expect a sellout.
Whoa.
So if you're a Tracy Lawrence fan, and who isn't, see him for the very first time at the Ryman Auditorium. Follow his social media pages. You'll learn more about how to get those tickets. Riley Green says he did a photo shoot for an underwear ad.
Really?
He didn't mention which brand or when the campaign is coming out,
Are
but
you kidding me?
Riley Green
Wow.
in an underwear ad.
In a skivvies.
That's all I can tell you right now.
That's it
More
right there.
maybe in the future.
He's the
That's
one
your
that's
Nash
like
News now.
working out like crazy. And some of the people on tour with him are like, he's putting us to shame.